Hey everybody, welcome back fellow G.I. Joe aficionados. We are here with another pickups for the G.I. Joe collection as we work towards restoring the collection, which is not always easy since a ARAH era G.I. Joe product is very, very popular. However, there are still incarnations of the ARAH G.I. Joe era that are not that expensive, even if they can be tough to come by. And this is a good example of that. This is, of course, the radar station, which is a backpack unit that was sold in 1987, and it's part of a series. I think in 87 and 88 they produced these, and they had 8 in each line, if I'm not mistaken. 8 in this set and 8 the following year, some Cobra and some G.I. Joe vehicles, or equipment more to the point, because they're all backpacks that do something. And they are motorized. They wind up, or they have some other feature like that. This one winds up, and then the little dish will spin, because it's a radar station. These were not very popular at the time. They were not very popular at the time. And they sat on shelves for ever. And so the cards for these are often really, really beat up, or the blisters have turned yellow, or they have huge clearance. That was Randy Savage. And there he is again. Goodness. You would leave your phone somewhere. Mm-hmm. Anyways, or they have huge clearance stickers on them because they were shelf warmers. They didn't seem like practical, I guess, for your average little kid that was collecting G.I. Joe. So finding these mint on the card, or especially in this case, this one is unpunched also, can be tough, but they're still relatively surprisingly inexpensive. They don't cost a whole heck of a lot. And this was probably in some hobby shop or something, because you see that price was actually handwritten on there, and then they scribbled it off and then wrote a sale price, and it's up here in the O. Some like local place that couldn't even be bothered to buy a price gun. And on the other side, and the card's a little warped on this one, but I got this really, really cheap. And that's General Hawk. And it's from their Talking Figures collection, the Talking Battle Commanders. And these were released in 1991, towards the end of the ARAH era, before they went into Sergeant Savage, and the figures got bigger. They replaced these with a 5-inch line. And this one no longer talks. It would be remarkable if it did, although I have seen examples that still talk. The battery is still good because there's push buttons on the back, and you can actually test these, which of course kids in the shop would have worn out. There's only 4 in this set, and they're not very expensive actually. They're not very expensive figures. But it's not outside the realm of possibility to finish this set, because there's only 4. It lets you look at the back, and you can see the file card and everything, and you see where the push buttons come through, and this is where you would test it. And General Hawk, of course, is number 1 in the series of 4 Battle Talking Commanders. 3 battle commands and electronic combat sound. So he says 3 things. It says, eat lead, Cobra, yo Joe, and move out. And I guess he makes a machine gun noise or something silly. Eat lead, Cobra. I don't know, they never could hit nothing. If you ever watched the show, they could hit targets but not each other. And I think it's interesting that this has 2 price tags on it, and the clearance price is $7.99. And when I turn this back around, you'll see what I'm talking about. 2 great examples here of relatively inexpensive, and that's something that I could do also. You see the price tag now, because some of you who've been watching or are regular viewers, we did a series of videos of like affordable action figures for 70s, 80s, and 90s recommendations for affordable action figures, because people are under the mistaken idea that action figures from those time periods are unobtainable. There's a lot of things from the ARAH era, 80s and 90s, that's actually still affordable. I know that the bread and butter is in the carded action figures, and some of the play sets, finding them still sealed is difficult, but there is affordable stuff, and I could probably do a video on that as well, just to throw a few things out there. Hey, if you're interested in ARAH GI Joe, here's a couple of things to look at that don't cost a fortune. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on that, guys. Anyways, this is what I've added just recently. Happy to get it. I used to have the full set of these. I don't anymore. A lot of you know the story of what happened there. But, you know, this is a good start towards rebuilding this set again. Hey guys, what do you think? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up. Always appreciate it. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. All that good stuff. And if that's it, then what more can I say but thanks for watching. And we will see you again soon.